Some cars are more than just machines, they're time capsules. This is my new to me but definitely still old 1988 BMW 325i convertible, and it's got a story to tell. I didn't grow up dreaming about a brand new supercar. I've always really been interested in cars that have character, that do the things that they're supposed to do really well, and maybe even have a little bit of a story to their history. Maybe you're into cars, maybe you're not, but this isn't about an old BMW. This is about the experience of owning something that's, a little bit vintage, the stories it can tell, and the places that it's seen, and what the adventures are that it has to offer. And so, as I look to the future of this car ownership, I'm sure there will be some surprises along the way, but I'm looking forward to it. So this is it. This is my 1988 325i. It's powered by an inline six. It's rear wheel drive, and it's pretty, but there's a lot wrong with it. There's a lot of dings and scratches all over the place, but it's a 35 plus year old car, and the age is definitely there, but it was kept meticulously by the previous owner. And so how did we get here? In probably about 11 years ago, I started looking for my first fun car, if you will. And I got into the E30s a little bit in terms of research, and I really liked the styling. I really liked the driving characteristics. I like the rear wheel drive. I'm a big fan of convertibles, so that was pretty important to me. And so I started going down the hunt, and I finally found a really beautiful blue one that was used in a Maybelline. Maybelline, the makeup company, is used in their commercial, hence why it was blue. And so I went to go take a look at the car. I really found I found it to be really nice. And after I wanted to kind of think about it took about an hour or so. I called back because I was like, "Hey, I want to buy it." And eventually, she's like, "I got to show it to somebody," and that person paid her $2,000 over asking, and that wasn't the time in my life where I could make that kind of financial decision. Anyway, fast forward a year or so, I still wanted a fun car, but I ended up going with a 2000 Mazda Miata. Honestly, probably for the better at the time. While this is a very beautiful car, I had a very long commute. It was 90 kilometers each way, and so as pretty as they are, they're not the most reliable vehicle in the world. So the Mazda Miata was known for more reliability anyway. And so I had the Mazda Miata for maybe for maybe 5 years or so. I put a ton of mileage on it going back and forth, but it was a really lovely car, and I had a lot of good memories in that car. Eventually, I had to reluctantly sell the Miata and move on with another vehicle. And for the longest time, I didn't really have a fun car, and so I just kind of sat without a fun car. So after a few years of being fun carless, I went in a very different direction. I was fortunate enough to get on a waiting list for the new Chevy C8 Corvette, or I should say it was new at the time. And I ended up getting one 2 years after being on the waiting list. And for those of you that have had the chance to drive that car, it's an incredible car. It's an incredible machine. It's powerful, great driving characteristics. It's comfortable, but honestly, it just wasn't me. As you can tell, I like the old cars, simpler cars. And for me, that was just honestly too much car. I was always worried about it. I was always worried I'd do something stupid. I didn't want it to get scratched. And it took a lot of the fun out of car ownership, having to worry about a car that frankly was too much car for me. And so that's kind of where we're at. So I sold it a few years later. No, I actually sold it about 1 year later. So again, another couple of years without a fun car, just kind of looking for either this or a Miata, and I couldn't really find any good examples of either where I live. And so finally this one comes up. It was owned by a gentleman that had had it for 30 years, all garage kept for that time period. And so even though it's old, it's got a few dings and scratches here and there, there's no rust on it, and it's in incredible condition. So I found myself to be very fortunate.
So now that I've finally found the car I've wanted for over a decade, what's next? This channel isn't just about builds or how-to videos, though I'll definitely be wrenching on this or that along the way. It's about what it's like to live with a classic, the quirks, the repairs, the nostalgia, and hopefully some really cool drives along the way. I want this to feel a little bit like you're in the passenger seat with me. Whether you're a car nerd or just someone who likes a good story, this is a place for both. I'll be sharing some fixes, road trips, things that go wrong, things that go right, and probably a few things I'll regret trying to fix myself. While this E30 is going to be the heart of the channel for now, I'm hoping it's really just the start. If you've ever thought about getting a classic or just want to see if I can actually keep this thing running, stay tuned. This is just the beginning.
Why are there so many damn pedestrians? It is so uncomfortable making a video while there are people walking by.